Those are the two big injuries for the Bengals. Wide receiver Stanley Morgan and defensive tackle Josh Tupou are also nicked up but are taking part in practice. As for the Rams, it's tight end Tyler Higbee and Cam Akers, the prominent names on their list. Akers injured his shoulder in the win over the 49ers. Higbee dealing with an MCL sprain. Akers returned to the game last week. He should be fine for the Super Bowl, but Higbee's status is far less certain. And to chat about the game at this point in time, let's bring in Bryant McFadden, our resident Super Bowl expert and Super Bowl champion, having played and won two of the big games. Getting to the game, BMAC, is one thing. There's the elation, the excitement, but then you got to get down to work. How does the pressure and the emotions surrounding the game evolve as you prepare for most players in what is the biggest game they'll ever play in?
Well, it evolves because of the build-up. You know, this is a week normally you're getting ready for a ball game, but they have an extra week to prepare. And with that being said, you have extra phone calls to take from family members, from friends, people that have been associated with you throughout your football career. They're trying to finesse you into giving them a ticket. That was the biggest annoying part of the Super Bowl for me, was trying to satisfy, having to deal with so many requests coming from people that were close to me, some people that I haven't heard from in years. But when they hear that you're going to the Super Bowl, you're going to participate in the Super Bowl, everyone wants to be a part of that ball game, Jeremy, because we've all watched that game growing up. As a child, as an adult, the Super Bowl is the one game that we all watch, sit down and come together and go to Super Bowl parties. But when they know there's an individual that will be playing in the ball game, everyone wants to be able to be there to support you, to say the least. So the ticket request can be annoying. That could be more pressure added to your plate, trying to determine who will come to the ball game. Because last time I checked, I think both teams will get around 13 tickets. It's safe to say you have more than 13 family members and friends. So how do you decide who will attend the ball game and who won't attend the ball game? And remember this, you can't make everybody happy. There will be some people mad with you, with your decision, close to you or not as close. But that was the biggest annoying part for the game, just the build-up. And with the build-up was all the extra attention that you were getting from people that wanted to go to the ball game and support you.
And that's not even to talk about the actual mental adversity you're going to face, you know, as you prepare and game plan and try to get ready for this. So, I mean, we say getting to the game is one thing, but I mean, the challenges that you face, not only getting to the game, but then in the game itself, the adversity that you could see throughout it is unprecedented. When trailing in a game like this, the Super Bowl, how does your mindset change on the defensive side of the ball, and which team between the Rams and Bengals is more equipped to handle that adversity?
I mean, your nerves become more intense because, you know, the Super Bowl is a one-game elimination. Everyone is watching. And if you start off slow, now you start to bite your fingernails a little bit. Like, yo, we gotta press. And when you press, nothing really good happens. So the team that keeps their composure the best will find a way to make it happen for them to be victorious. Keeping your composure is the most important thing I would advise to these players participating in this game for the very first time, because your composure has allowed you to get to this moment. But just because the game is the biggest game you will participate in your life, sometimes you allow your composure to leave your mental body, to leave everything that has been associated with you. So if you do happen to get behind, just remember you still have time left on the clock if it's not dead in the end of the ball game. Just go ahead and be dialed in, focus, and do what your play has called you to do, and do it to the best of your ability. But usually when people get down in a ball game, primarily speaking the Super Bowl, and they start to press, coaches start to press based on their play calling, players are starting to press based on what they're trying to do, the extra things that they're trying to do, nothing good happens from that situation.
So, BMAC, how did you, in that situation, I want to say compartmentalize, and it maybe is not necessarily the right word, but how did your coaches sort of keep you grounded, keep you focused, and able to perform without having to press?
Well, you know what? For me, my rookie year, we only had a few guys that played in the Super Bowl. Granted, Coach Cowher coached in the Super Bowl early in his career. But in 2005, that 2006 Super Bowl 40, that is, Heck, it was a lot of people that was there for the very first time, so we didn't really know how to handle it. We kind of learned on the fly. And me personally, I was a rookie. I felt like this is a game, the Super Bowl. No, it was hard getting here, but it wasn't that hard. So this is something that we're supposed to do every time. Every year, we're supposed to go to the Super Bowl because that's all I knew. But I remember it hit me. It hit me big time when I listened to Aretha Franklin sing the national anthem. And I was like, oh boy, wait a minute. I can remember a young lad sitting down watching Whitney Houston sing the national anthem there in Tampa between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Giants. And as a child, I'm like, man, I would love to be able to play in that game with my helmet, my eye black on, getting ready to go to war in front of millions and millions of fans. And then I'm standing there on the sideline and she had that fur coat on. And man, she sung from every part of her soul. And I was like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to cry. No, I'm too tough. I'm about to go play the football game. I got eye black on. I can't be crying. And tears started coming down because I started to reflect on the entire journey. Being able to do something I was dreaming of as a child. I always wanted to play football my entire life. I didn't want to do nothing else as an adult. Play football. And when that hit me, my composure left. Now I went from, oh my goodness, I'm finally playing in the game that I love. I'm jumping for joy internally, but then I'm like, I don't want to screw up. I don't want to screw up. So the ebbs and flows of my emotions were extremely high and low because I didn't want to have the play happen on me that could prevent us from winning the ball game. But I also was so elated to be participating in that ball game. But we learned on the fly. And both of these teams will have to learn on the fly, to say the least. Granted, you have more Super Bowl experience from the Rams because they participated in this game before with Sean McVay. But Cincinnati, they have to do what we did. We learned on the fly. But one thing we did do, Jeremy, when the game started, oh, by the way, I almost hyperventilated to death the first play I jumped on the football field because I was so excited and I listened to so much rap music that it had me all the way up here, and I was dancing around so much that when I ran on the football field, I had no energy. They had to calm me down, by the way. But one thing our leaders did on our team was say, hey, don't make the moment bigger than what it is. We know how big this moment is, but if you make the moment bigger than what it is, you will put more pressure on yourself. If you put more pressure on yourself, guess what? You get nervous, you get tense, you get tight. Nothing good happens when you get tense and tight, especially playing the game of football.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.